Hello, everybody. It's Dr. Amy coming to you for another live lunchtime inspiring moment. I hope everybody is doing well today. I am feeling great. Uplifted. Everything is going good. I'm in good spirit, and I hope and pray the same for you. You know what I decided to do today? I had someone to ask me yesterday, well, what are all of the things that you talk about on your lunchtime inspiring moments? So I said, today what I want to do is stop and I want to do a review, just remind you of all of the things that I have shared with you over, I think it's been 7 or 8 months since I've been coming to you live. So today I said I'm going to have a review session and have a review lesson and remind you of some of the things that I have shared with you. So I want to talk about some of the mindset things that I've said to you, and then we'll talk about some of the money management and becoming a wealth creator lessons that I've shared with you. But in reference to mindset, I always say that it's so very important to work on your mindset. We all can reset our mindset. It doesn't matter where we started from. We can decide that we're going to reset our mindset. And one of the things that I said, I did a lesson saying, don't ever disqualify yourself when God has already qualified you. So that's something that you want to always remember. When I read over that, I'm like, that's worth repeating. Don't ever disqualify yourself when God has already qualified you. Do you remember that lesson? And you can go back and watch that that full lesson that I gave earlier on. Another one that I thought was worth mentioning is stop allowing your self-limiting beliefs to hold you back and control your life. Remember that one. Stop allowing your self-limiting beliefs to hold you back and control your life. Remember what those self-limiting beliefs are? Limiting beliefs are the stories that we tell ourselves about who we are that's holding us back from becoming who we truly want to be. So stop allowing those limiting beliefs to hold you back and control your life. Now, if you want to learn more about that, definitely go back and listen to that session. Oh, this is another one that that inspired me. Remember this one? How we start off in life does not have to be where we finish. Where we start off or how we start off in life does not have to be where or how we finish. It doesn't matter where you came from, what your background was, what your mom, your dad did or did not do. You have an equal playing field, and you can take the time to learn how to become a wealth creator and learn how to reset your mindset. And it all starts with focusing in on some of the things that you may need to stop doing, right? Remember I told you to create that stop doing list. But here's another one. Never ever measure yourself by someone else's yardstick. That one I got a lot of responses from, and I want to remind you of that again. Never ever measure yourself by someone else's yardstick. You set your goals, you develop your plan, and you continue to put actions towards what works for you and not what's best for someone else. Here's this one. It's better to be with people who celebrate you over those who just tolerate you. I think that's one that's very important because we want to be around people who are going in the direction that we're going in. And that's why I said it's so very important to get with others and become a part of a mastermind team where, where two or more minds gather together. We can do a lot because we can share, we can bounce off of each other, but make sure it's people who are doing and thinking in a positive way, because you certainly can be around two or more people who are negative Nellies and you just sit there and talk about people and things that are not going to move you forward. But it's better to be around people who celebrate you over those who just tolerate you. Here's another one on mindset that I did, and I'm just inspired by it every time I read the title or I look over something. If at first you don't succeed, just get up, dust yourself off, and try again. How about that? Why? Because God wants us to prosper. And if you fall down, you do not have to stay down. If at first you don't succeed, dust yourself off and try again. You remember that one? Also, let me look through here. Mindset. Oh, this one, when I said it's time to unlock the doors to your destiny. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. Remember that session? And if you don't, go back and look at that. Your thinking impacts everything in your success, in your life. Your mindset and your thinking impacts the way you feel, which impacts the actions and the behaviors that you take or the actions that you do not take. So it's time to unlock the doors to your destiny. It's time to unlock the door. So let's work to unlock those doors to the destiny and plant positive seeds in your mind today so you can manifest and enjoy the harvest tomorrow. Isn't that something? Plant the seeds today, the right seeds today, so you can enjoy the harvest tomorrow. Here's another session that I did, or session, but a post that I did where I said the battle is not yours, it's the Lord. So whatever you're fighting with, fighting against, know that if you get on bending knees and you ask the Lord for guidance, that you can rise up from it. So let go of your past, let go of your anger, let go of your strife, let go of division, let go of the arguments and the major disagreements, and instead let's work to rise up and heal our mind and teach each other. So anyone who wants to make a difference, you can just be reminded that the battle is not yours, it's the Lord. Here's another one that I talked about. Get rid of being a perfectionist, right? Get rid of perfectionism and instead strive for excellence. Do you remember that one? I got a lot of feedback and emails on that one. So get rid of perfectionism and strive for excellence instead. So here's another one on mindset. Oh, this was a big one. Stop leaning on people who are broken and then wonder why you are sinking. That one, I got a lot of emails and responses just saying thanks for just saying that. You know, stop leaning on people who are broken and expecting them to pull you out and save you. So if you're leaning on something or someone that's broken, guess what's going to happen? You are going to sink. You are going to sink. So it's too late to make some changes there. And then on mindset, another one that I did is, you know, to remind you that your restoration is around the corner. So we can refresh and rejuvenate and start anew. Your restoration is around the corner. How about this one? What you do frequently becomes your frequency. That was a big one. And so finally on mindset, just remember, if you change your thinking, you can change your life. You can reset your mind. So now let's go and talk a little bit about the money management and becoming a wealth creator, some of the lessons that I shared with you. And this one, the first one is, remember, we talked about compound interest, where the money that you save, you're saving it now, but with the power of compound interest, your money can grow. The interest that's on top of the balance helps to grow. So the power of compound interest is very important. So remember to always learn more about that and how to use it. Also, when we talk about money management and growing our money, I want to remind you about the rule of 72. Where it says that you divide with your investments, you divide the interest rate, and it'll tell you how many years it will take for your money to double. So that's important to know. The power of compound interest, the rule of 72, we talked about, I have some lessons on that, and budgeting. We can't go without talking about budgeting, right? Make sure you know your numbers and know what you are spending, but also talking about money management and becoming a wealth creator. I also did several sessions on the importance of paying yourself first and putting your savings on autopilot. Remember that? That's so important. And how we want to definitely, if you're part of my community, and this I'm specifically talking to you, you want to, if you have any high interest debt, my friend, you want to work on paying those high interest debt down so you can invest more. Now, for me, I always say I'm not one where I'm going to tell you become debt free, because I know that there is a difference between good debt and bad debt. So get rid of all the bad debt. Bad debt is your high interest credit cards, your high interest debt that's you're paying double, triple probably the money. You know how high interest rates are on credit cards these days. It's very high. And then also with money management, plan ahead and don't let your impulsive buying take you over. You remember that lesson? So you can certainly go back and review that one. And here's another one. If you're purchasing expensive technology, I know a lot of people love their technology, but if you're always purchasing expensive technology like Apple and Microsoft and stuff, make sure and buy the stocks. Make sure and buy the stocks. Make sure that you own some stocks in those areas, and know that you don't have to these days buy 100 shares of a stock. You can start out buying one, buying two, or if you really want to be creative, you can also buy ETF, right? Which is a group of stocks. You can go in and buy an ETF group of stocks in the technology area where you have some Apple, some Meta, some Microsoft, and the other technology companies that are doing really well. Here's another Financial Friday lesson or money management lesson that we did. Just reminding everybody that we can break generational financial curses with proper financial planning. So make sure and go back and watch that lesson, because we want to make sure that we're leaving some type of inheritance for our children and our children's children, right? That's something that we want to do. And set yourself up for financial success. I've done several Finance Friday lessons on that, how you want to use leverage, how you can grow your money, and also to utilize that wealth formula. Who remembers the wealth formula that I taught you? The wealth formula says at a minimum, you should be investing at a minimum $165 per month, no matter what else you have going on. $165 per month. And then as you learn how to get a higher interest rate, going from 3%, 10%, which 10% interest, 8 to 10% you can get in your mutual funds, but getting even higher double-digit interest rate, investing in stocks or real estate or anything like that, tax lien certificate. But use the wealth formula and make sure at a minimum you're saving $165 a month. And what's the purpose of saving that money? Remember, in the beginning, we need to make sure we have our emergency fund set up, right? We are going to be different. We're going to make sure we have that emergency fund set up so when those emergencies come, we don't have to rely on those high interest credit card or rely on borrowing from family members or rely on going to GoFundMe or whatever. But with the emergency fund, remember the lesson that I gave you. At a minimum, your goal should be to have at least $1,000 in your emergency fund. You remember that? And if you're way past that, then, having 3 months of your living expenses saved up to 6 months. And if you have the 6 months, then let's push it and make sure we have at least 12 months. Now, once you have at least 12 months of your living expenses set up, that's when we're going to shift and start to invest more. You don't want to. Now, as financial professionals, we always say we don't want you to start investing, using your money to invest on one end, and then you have these high interest debt on the other end. So we want to make sure that you're all set up. You have your 3 to 6 to 12 months in savings for emergency fund, and then baby, we are ready to start investing. That means investing in real estate and some of the bigger things. But I would recommend that you not start investing in real estate outside of your own home now. I'm talking real estate until you have your emergency fund set up and until you have paid down some of your high interest credit card or high interest debt. Right? So make sure and go back and watch that lesson so you can get that. And then the next one, in reference to money management and becoming a wealth creator, I always say we all should have a side business of some sort to make extra money. It's one thing to make extra money, but if you are doing so well in your finances and you say you don't need any extra money, then at a minimum to be able to lower your tax burden, right? That's why we have our side business set up to hedge against all of the taxes. And one of the major ways to do that is to have a business, to own a business. And remember, when we have a business, that's where we get our profits. And profits are always better than wages. Wages are what you earn W-2. And remember, I shared with you, when you have your W-2 income, Uncle Sam is going to take taxes off of that money before you even get to spend it. So keep that in mind. All right. So profits are better than wages. So you always want to work to lower your taxes and use the wealth formula. So I've shared with you, remind you of some of the mindset pieces that I have, also on money management and becoming a wealth creator. So in closing, I just want to remind you that, I've even shared a way forward on some of my videos, so you can go back. And what I'm saying to you today is jump, move, take action, implement. And, on some of the things that you have heard, that you are learning. And remember, we create a new tomorrow by what we dream and do today. So let's take action. Make sure you have those goals written out. Make sure you have a vision for your life written out. You can reset your mindset and prepare. How do we prepare? Read the books, study, do the research, listen to positive communities and podcasts and information like you're doing now. You're listening to my Lunchtime Inspiring Moments. Make sure you're, following those positive teachers and communities like this one, where you're getting some information where you can help yourself and help your family and grow your money. And I always say, adopt the be, do, have philosophy. Work to become a better person and do the work. All right. So that is my summary of the majority of the videos and the lessons that I've done. And remember, we all are striving to create the mindset, reset our mindset to become wealth creators in this community. And I always say I believe in abundance. And remember, abundance is being able to re-energize the riches of everything in your life. It is living the life that you've dreamed of. It is loving yourself. It is taking care of your health and doing what you are passionate about. And abundance is feeling loved and loving others, right? It's about feeling peaceful and free. Feeling peaceful and free. That's what I consider abundance. That's what abundance is all about. So that's a summary of some of the videos that I have here and the lessons that I have. So I'll put some other links in this one when we're done here. But now you know all of some of the different things that you can go back and watch and learn. And I hope you are learning a lot from my Lunchtime Inspiring Moment videos. I've gotten a lot of positive feedback. So thank you. And I just ask you to follow me on YouTube at youtube.com/@Dr. DRAMYHYMES. That's all I ask of you, to follow me on YouTube as I place more videos and lessons and longer videos there than I put on Facebook. So let's go. Let's get it. We are about making changes. We are about growing our minds, growing our skill set, growing our money. That's what we're about over here. So let's go, my friends. Let's go. Let's get it. Let's get it done. I'm Dr. Amy, and I am here to help you to reset your mindset, develop your skill set, and get on board to live all of those dreams that you have in your heart. Can't wait to see you right back here tomorrow. Love. Bye-bye.